Hey, welcome to my Elegon guide. This was 154k DPS and only a 489 item level. So first off, there's only 3 key things that you gotta remember to do as a Destruction Warlock on this fight. And it's mostly utilizing your Havoc move. Your Havoc is incredibly OP for this fight, because you're only really focusing 2 targets at a time to get max DPS. And so as you can see, you want to line up on the line. Most of you already know that if you line up on the line and just jump, you reset your stacks, which is a huge bonus. Now at the very beginning, you should be bursting up to 200k DPS when you're using your Doom Guard, all of your cooldowns, your initial opener, Chaos Bolts, Curses, getting your rotation going. But then second of all, you need to be Havocing the minion. And so I rewinded it and showed you again how I Havoced to the minion and then double Chaos Bolt. Now what this does is, at the very beginning with no stacks, you are getting a 400k Chaos Bolt on Elegon, but then a 400 Chaos Bolt on the ad as well, which means that is 800k damage with just one move. Okay, and so you can do that every single time an ad comes up. And so that is what you use to transfer into the orb phase. For example, on that first one, you saw me Havoc to Elegon, focus the orb, and Chaos Bolt both, which was fantastic DPS, great burst DPS. Now with Havoc on this point, it's a 30-second cooldown, and so you have to do it every other orb. Okay, so it's the first orb and the third orb, the Chaos Bolt to the boss and the orb, and the Chaos Bolt is gonna one-shot the orb. You're not gonna have to worry about it anymore. And for the orbs that you don't have Havoc, all you have to do is Chaos Bolted, and it dies, and then you're just free casting on the boss. Now in this video, you're gonna notice a few mistakes, and I'm kind of like about it myself, because if I was 6k higher, then I would have placed top 200 in the world DPS wise, and I don't even have heroic gear on. I'm running 2 PvP pieces. So I'm rewinding this segment, the orb, so you can watch it again a little bit faster though to get caught up. First and third Havoc Chaos orbs, and then the other 2 and 4 are just a Chaos Bolt onto the orb. Now you're gonna notice that I'm still lined up with the jump. And you're going to notice this because I'm not going to rewind this segment, but after we let the 5th orb go through, I just stand there. And people are really scared to try this out, but it's an amazing tip on squeezing out some extra DPS. Because the floor is going to drop, and people say, oh well, I'm a ghost, I'm gonna drop with it. But no, actually you can squeeze out 2 Chaos Bolts with a Havoc onto the pillar and you don't fall, and with the DPS increase, those Chaos Bolts hit for even harder. Okay, and you can help burst down whichever pillar is having a hard time with DPS wise, just by standing on the edge. Because for melee DPS it's really hard, but as range, if you're good at setting up and standing on that edge for jumps, you might as well take advantage of that extra DPS. Now this only works on normal mode, because on heroic mode, if you are standing and have the 50% damage buff, you can't see anything outside of that platform, and so it's line of sight. So it only works on normal, but still it's amazing tip for those of you who haven't gotten your boss kill. So this second half, I'm just gonna let it go and let you watch do the mechanics and focus on the 3 segments and watch how much damage I'm doing. It's in the bottom right hand corner. Okay, so we're setting up to go into the last phase. If you notice my DPS, it's hovering around 130k already, which means I gained 20k DPS in this phase. Now, as a Destruction Warlock, there are two things that you gotta know on Elegon, and of course you should already know this already, is that your Chaos Bolt and your Soul Burn leave a dot that ticks afterwards. So during the hero phase in phase 3, you're going to notice that I'm saving most of my embers because my Chaos Bolts are only hitting for 1,000,000. But if you notice at the very end, there's a 1,500,000 Shadow Burn and then 1,200,000 Shadow Burn. And those on top of the dots from both ticks push me way farther. I hope this helped, and good luck on Elegon.